Heyo, my name is Danny Cobalt, and welcome to a game called Rainswept. It's a game, as far as I can tell, about just basically being a detective helping solve a murder mystery. So, we're gonna play it. I'm playing with a controller this time, so let's hope it goes well. I don't think there's any fighting in it. I don't want to load a game. I want a new game, please. I'm excited. I like detective games. It's supposed to be real good. And, by the way, this is a demo of it. It's not a full game. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to play the full demo because it's about an hour. 1996. I was 1 year old. Actually, October? Yeah, no, I was 1 year old. Hello. Oh. That is, of course, that was one of the mentions in the description. I did not know it was going to be so blatant. But I guess it said it was a murder-suicide mystery, so there we go. Oh, I love it! The art style is so cool. Love the music. By Mechanic? Is that what I say? Oh, it's so pretty. I love games and backdrops that have not necessarily bright colors, but like rich colors, like high saturation. They're so pretty. This cord is annoying me. Are we a cool private investigator? Makes me think of Bear With Me. Not the game, just being a private investigator. Rainswept. I love thunder so much. Excuse me. Look at the orange. Monday at 7:35 a.m. Who is up at 7:35? That's just ridiculous. Okay. Alright, I'm here. Time to see what this is all about. Yes, I know how to control. Oh my gosh, look at my walk! How do I... Okay, that's terrible. What? I said terrible. Terrible business, all this. Huh, it was only a matter of time. Everyone knows that. I know. Still, they were so young. Young and stupid, you mean? Stories I've heard. I guess you're right. It was just a matter of time. What? It is. It's a matter of time. It's really coming down today. We should get back home. A few more minutes. I want to see what happens. Nothing's gonna happen. I'm gonna catch a cold, that's all. Real sensitive neighbors there. Can I talk? Oh, I can. Is A inspect? How do I... What's the button to... That? Okay. They've been here a while, it looks like. Okay. What about this? Now, I don't know. It was just an option. I wanted to try it. Can we talk to the police officer? Ooh, let's talk to them. The crowd is too close to the crime scene. The number of cops here are too few. This is poor. It's poor, is it? Poor judgment? Is that what you mean? Now, what's he up to? Okay. Ma'am, please, you need to back away a little. What's happening here? A murder? Johnny, get under the umbrella. Granny, I want to leave. Can I go back to the shop? Could see this coming a mile away. Ma'am, please. Granny, please. Alright, Johnny, let's go. There's no point standing here now. Bye-bye, Granny. Oh, I knew this would happen. We should have done something. There's nothing we could have done. Chris is responsible, I'm so sure. It's hard to disagree, but let's not speculate. Agreed? Detective Anderson, right? The chief is inside. They've been waiting for you. You need to control the crowd, officer. You need to push the crowd further from the scene, officer. Is that both me? What? You'll have to speak up. I can't hear you over the rain. The crowd! Handle them! There could be evidence out here. Oh, yes, I'm trying. Hey, Williams, what the hell are you doing? Trying to prop up this tape, sir. It won't stay. Well, get some sticks and drive them in. Yes, sir. Richard! Don't call for Richard. Richard's on leave. Do it yourself. Goodness. Sorry, detective. This is We're short of manpower here. We weren't prepared for this kind of thing. First time in decades. And to top it off, this rain out of nowhere. Just get the crowd under control. I'm heading inside. Yes, detective. Don't worry. Richard! I mean, Williams! Okay, is there anything else over this way? Look at my little run. Nope, there's nothing over this way. Okay, let's go inside. It looks so funny. My legs are so skinny and my body's so stiff. Not stiff, thick. That's the way inside. Thank you. Oh, look, the rain changed. Oh, no. Little Grizzly. That's the sheriff. I should talk to him first. Okay, I'll talk to him first. Don't step on any blood. Michael? Huh? What? Ugh! Detective, are you okay? I think so. Yeah. Guess I'm just a little tired after the long drive here. Detective Anderson, right? The head office called in to say that you'd be joining us here for this investigation. I'm Sheriff Harris, and this is Lieutenant Watt. We appreciate the department sending help, but I don't think we'll need it. This case is ready to be wrapped up. What do we have here? The victims here are Christopher Green, age 26, died from a bullet wound to the head, looks self-inflicted. And Diane Miller, age 24, single bullet wound through the abdomen. The victims lived together, were unmarried. Any signs of intruder? No signs of forced entry. The door was locked from the inside when we arrived. An officer climbed through the open window here to open the door. There are no footprints outside that window. Except the officer's. He was careful. No signs of struggle or marks on the body either. Time of death? What was the time of death? According to the next-door neighbor, a single gunshot was heard around 15 hours? Is that like midnight? Not midnight, but quarter after midnight? I don't know. Received the call at 20 hours and we're here in another 5 minutes. We found them dead upon the arrival, but confirmed the timing. The weapon. What do we know about the weapon? Both shots were fired from an M1911A1 .45 caliber pistol. The ballistics report will let us know more. Any witnesses? Just the next door neighbor who claimed to have heard a single gunshot. We could interview him shortly. Well, I guess witnesses don't know everything, but wouldn't you have heard 2 gunshots? Or is she not shot? I can't tell. End questioning. Honestly speaking, detective, we think it's pretty obvious what's taken place here. What do you mean? They had a reputation. They weren't exactly a happy couple. The whole town knows this. Too many guy voices, I'm gonna mix them up. Diane was shot at point-blank range with Chris's gun, probably by Chris. He then went ahead and shot himself, as the wound is clearly self-inflicted. So you see, sending you here unnecessarily complicates things. I'm gonna remain silent. It's obviously a case of murder-suicide, detective. So everything's figured out already. If that was sarcasm, I'll ignore it. But yes, more or less. Are you suggesting there was domestic violence involved? It would seem so, but it was never reported. But that doesn't mean it didn't happen. So, rumors. You may call it that, but where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm not sure that... Are they never really able to fit in this... And they were never really able to fit in this town. There should be 2 N's there. Oh no, there shouldn't be. Never mind. They were here. Moved in about 6 months ago. Never got out much, didn't make any friends. We don't need to analyze the obvious, detective. That would only be inefficient. Officer Blunt will assist you through the course of your work here. I sound a little bit British. Hello, detective. Oh, hello. And, one more thing. We're looking to wrap this case up quickly and cleanly. We don't want to drag it if it can be helped. We have an important festival coming around in a week's time, so you might say this is a rather bad time. Who says Is that an American thing? Like, I know I say all the time, so I would say, you might say this is rather bad timing. Do other places say like, or is that just like a writing thing? So there's no need to go around complicating things, alright? Just get me a story that works and we can close this case quickly. Good detective. Good police work there, dude. Just okay. I'm okay. Good. I shall see you later. Goodbye. Okay, then. Anyway, have a look around the room if you'd like. Come talk to me when you're done. Thank you. Can I go in this door? Let me just talk to him one more time. Oh. I don't want to proceed. No, I don't want to proceed. I didn't realize that that was what this was. Yes, please. Can I talk to you? Hello. Hey, detective. Need any help? What's the plan? Have a look around the room. Once you're done, talk to Lieutenant... Thank you. I thought you were my partner, not my tutorial. What's this? It's signed Chris, 96. I'm guessing Chris built some of the furniture around this house? Okay. So that's what I thought he was looking at the body. What's this? Is this you? There we go. Not very professional. I hope they know what they're doing. Okay. The pistol, as the Lieutenant said, looks pretty old. It can hold 7 rounds. There were 4 rounds still in here. That means 3 rounds were fired from this gun at some point of time. If 2 were fired last night, where's the 3rd? Was it used on some other day? You'd think you'd refill the chamber. The gun belongs to Chris, according to Lieutenant Watts. Let's assume Chris or Diane weren't the ones who use it. Is there anyone else that could have known they kept the gun? From Pineview? I really doubt it. Remember, no signs of forced entry. Could it be someone they were comfortable with or trusted? No one I can think of. There's a mystery afoot. 45 ACP rounds. It's a box of 20 rounds. There are 13 here, which means 7 are missing. 2 were used last night. There are 4 left in the gun, as we saw earlier. If 2 were used last... This is sounding too much like math. If 2 were used last night, there's still 1 unaccounted for. Was that used on some other day? Okay. Let's look at the body. Where are you going? Why did you walk across the room? I wasn't pushing any buttons. What just happened? Thank you. That was weird. Bullet wound to the head. The skull is badly damaged. Most of the side is blown off. Ow. His body... I guess it depends on how big the caliber... I was gonna say most of the side is blown off. Wouldn't that be weird if you shot it right here? And it would have gone through, not blown off the side. But if it was a really big round, it would have made a bigger impact. His body position and the way he fell would indicate that he was sitting sideways on the chair, facing where Diane's body is now. When he shot himself, that's not what we saw. The angle of the shot indicates that he was shot from this side. If someone shot him, they were standing in front of the refrigerator. No clues here, though. He could have been shot from that window. At the moment, it's shut. Might get it checked for fingerprints and footprints outside. Could someone have entered and left through here? Is that an open window? That's the open window, right? We should have fingerprints results in a couple of days, Detective. Don't forget, there aren't any footprints outside. If someone shot him from outside, then Chris would have sat facing the refrigerator. That would make sense. That way the killer wouldn't need to enter the house. But in that case, who shot Diane? Gunpowder residue on his right hand. Hard to disagree with the lieutenant here. This is strong evidence for the victim shooting himself. Unless it was made to look that way? This chair's fallen on its back. Looks like Chris fell off the chair before or after being shot. Except we saw him standing at the window. So did we see what really happened? Red wine. Looks like a new bottle was opened yesterday. No one drank from this glass. Don't tell me she was pregnant. Well, why would you pour wine for her if she was pregnant, though? It would seem that Chris was sitting by himself at the table and drinking wine, waiting for someone to join him. Probably Diane. Whether he was waiting for her or someone else, we don't know yet. A glass of wine was knocked over. Oh, I thought that was blood. This looks like wine, but there seems to be blood in here as well. How did blood splatter in this direction? Doesn't make sense. Officer Blunt, I think there's been more than the 2 gunshots that we're seeing here. Okay, can I look at the... Is that all I can look at? Did I look at this? Okay, yeah, that's the bullets. Okay, I looked at the gun. Talk to you, talk to you. I looked at that. Oh, wait, I can check her body. Please. Gunshot to the stomach. The damage and the residue would suggest the shot was taken at point-blank range. That rules out the possibility of her being shot from the open window. She would have been in line of sight from outside, though. There's no mistaking it. The perpetrator would have to be inside the house to cause this kind of a wound. Whether that was Chris or someone else, it's hard to say at the moment. I love my partner. She's so interested in these facts. She looks so enthusiastic, doesn't she? Awesome partner I've been stuck with. Okay, I think we've seen everything in here. Shall we proceed? Yes. Yes, I'm done. Alright, let's have a chat with Mr. Willis outside. Got it? Who's Mr. Willis? Oh, the rain has finally let up. Okay. Hello. Right, this is Mr. Willis. He lives right there, next door. Coffee, detective? Yes, please. I'm going to be nice. Yes, thank you. You can ask him any questions you may have about last night. Right, Mr. Willis. Can you tell me everything that you saw or heard during last night's events? Well, see, I'd headed off to bed at around 11, as I usually do, after a glass of whiskey. Helps me sleep, you know. Anyway, somewhere around 12:15, it was quarter after 12:15 a.m., I'd say, I was woken up with a loud bang. I ran to my bedroom window that looked straight down at their place. And what did you see? Nothing. Their kitchen lights were on, but that's about it. I went to me phone and called Lieutenant Watts here straight away. How long did it take you to get to the window, once you heard the shot? About a couple of seconds, detective. Not more than 5, I'd say. I nearly fell out of bed when I heard the shot, so you might say I was halfway there already. Did you see anyone on the streets? Anything unusual? No, detective. Everything was exactly the same as always. And you said you heard 1 gunshot. Yes, the whiskey usually knocks me out pretty good, so if there'd been more, I didn't hear 'em. There should have been more, because there should have been 2. Move on to other questions. Do you live alone? Yes, I do. Never got married. It's a long story. One meant to be talked over a couple of whiskeys, you know what I mean? Can anyone confirm your whereabouts? No. I was just at home, you see. Am I a suspect? It's procedure, Mr. Willis. I know Mr. Willis. He's cool. I'm gonna ignore. If I get snarky or sarcastic or... I don't know what the word is, but if I get too pushy on the local police, I'm sure they're gonna... I've watched enough cop shows to know that they won't react well to that. Do they have any visitors, friends, etc.? No, not at all, in fact. In all this time, I only maybe saw Jack coming over to fix their car. And Father Smith came over a couple times when they newly moved in. A year back, almost. Nah, people rarely ever visited them, because they mostly kept to themselves, see? Never made any friends here. But sometimes folks don't like those kinds either, so I can't really say. Know what I mean? No, please elaborate. You won't find anyone crying over their deaths here. Nobody really knew them. They never got out much. Very sympathetic. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us, Mr. Willis? Don't rain on me again. I don't know if this is useful, but you might have heard about Chris and Diane. They looked pretty happy when they first moved in. More recently, though, I heard Diane crying a couple times, usually late at night. See, the whiskey knocks me out early, so maybe that's why I never heard all this before. but a couple of times I was up a little later. One night, about a month ago, I heard pretty bad things. There were some loud sounds, like stuff being flung around and such, see. I heard someone crying. I was thinking to myself that maybe I should call the police, but then it quietened down all of a sudden. We never received any calls for domestic violence, but people have often talked of stories of this kind. Can you remember when you heard this, Mr. Willis? Well, I was up late night writing an important letter. I think it must have been somewhere between the 1st to 3rd last month. 1st to 3rd of September. All right. Anything else? No, that's all I know about this. Right. Thank you for your help, Mr. Willis. We'll be in touch if we need anything else. No problem. And, thanks for the coffee. Should help sober you up a little bit. Although I didn't sound drunk. Well, I think that's cleared up a lot of things. It has? Oh, come on, Detective. You're supposed to be good at these things, aren't you? I want to hear your thoughts. Mr. Willis didn't see anything outside the house after the gunshots. There are no signs of anyone forcing entry, either. On top of that, considering how rough things were between the two of them, you heard what Mr. Willis said, right? We don't know the complete picture yet. The amount of information we have as of now is very little. It's not the complete picture. We need to dig deeper if we want to know the truth, and not just confirm our assumptions. Well, what about the door, huh? How was it locked from the inside? Explain that. I checked the door. It locks itself from the inside when you pull it closed, regardless of whether you pull it from the outside or push it from the inside. Someone got their mouth shut. I'm not saying that that's what happened. I'm saying there's no conclusive evidence yet. Well, fine then. Dig as deep as you'd like, Detective. You won't find anything new here. I was perfectly capable of handling this case myself, but of course the head department had to complicate things. In any case, Sheriff Harris will probably want to wrap up this case before the festival, so don't expect him to wait for more than a week. Got it? I have to head to the station now. Officer, escort Detective Anderson to his hotel. Will do, sir. Thank you, Anderson. We'll come back in the evening to search the house. Letters, diaries, things of that sort. Alright. When can we expect the autopsy results? Day after tomorrow, according to the coroner. But I'll confirm and let you know. I'm guessing there were more than 2 bullets shot last night. We should take another look around the kitchen to make sure. 3 bullets? But, We're actually glad that you're here, you know. Although the sheriff and Lieutenant Watts would rather not admit it. Even to themselves. This is like the first murder here in the last 100 years or so. We have no idea how to deal with it. I mean... It's alright. I know what you mean. I just joined the force a month back, for instance. And a murder already? I'm not sure if I'm ready. I kind of knew them, you could say. I've never known anyone that's been murdered before, you know? It's kind of weird. A bit sad. Of course, people are dead. I know as an officer I'm not supposed to feel that way and all. You'll be fine. Okay, what is that? Do I have someone kidnapped in my trunk? Who's banging? You'll be fine. Give it time. Thanks, Detective. That means a lot. Tell me about Chris and Diane. Well, not much. It's mostly what Mr. Willis said earlier. Nobody knew them, really. They came in here, kept to themselves. You'd hear stories about them. Everyone thought they were some kind of weirdos. I admit I kind of agreed with that sentiment, too. I feel bad about that now. There's no reason to make assumptions about people's character, and character can't be used as evidence. So I'd really like to help people figure out what the real story is. Not help people. Whatever it may be. What's this festival next week about? Oh, it's an annual thing. We have it every October. There's a fair in the market street, there's foods, rides. We get a lot of tourists from nearby states around that time. It's a good source of revenue for some of our smaller businesses here. What is happening? That, of course, is less important than the light of recent events. Good to hear you say that. Of course. We can't go around trying to wrap up cases based on our assumptions. Whatever the situation might be. The situation might be. I mean, there were people's lives that ended. And it's our job to figure out what really happened. So I guess what I'm saying is, you can count on me during this investigation. Thanks. Good to know she's actually interested in... What is it? It's starting to freak me out a little bit. I'm hoping the local police will let me do the job I've been sent to do, though. I don't mean you. Detective, I know what I mean. Honestly speaking, Sheriff Harris is an asshole. I'm serious. He doesn't care about anything except running off home and taking it easy. This case probably ruined his plans to relax and enjoy the festival week. I hate people like that. Lieutenant Watts, though, he's really sweet. He's the guy we were talking to, right? I know he comes across as a little obnoxious, but... What? Oh my gosh! Was that for real? I saw her. She was right there. Why am I seeing her? Why am I thinking of her? What just happened? Anderson? Hope she's not hurt. Me too. How's the car looking? I don't know. Ask Jack. He's working on it. Talk to me when you're done. Alright. Is there anything else out here? No. So, she wasn't really there, right? You're just seeing things, right? Tar shovel? Wonder what Jack uses them for. Or tar shovel, not tar shovel. Oh, was there something there? No, just that, okay. My poor car. Is it an Impala? Whoops, wrong button. That would be dangerous. It sure would. So, is the wrench to go into stuff? I would assume it would be to fix things, but maybe not. How's the car looking? He said his name's Jack. It's a good thing he was passing by when the crash happened. So did you just swerve for nothing? Well, not for nothing, but you look kind of uncomfortable. Don't you need the car to be on a ramp or something? Nah, man, you worry too much. What's the issue with the car? Well, the headlight and bumper's gone. You'll need to have them replaced. I'm gonna have to check if I've got a replacement part so I can fix it. How long will it take you to fix it? Couple of days. 3 maybe, depending on how quickly I can get the parts. Shouldn't take more than 4 days at most. Oh boy. Hey dude, can you fetch me my big red wrench? Should be in a toolbox outside. Alright. You're amazing, bud. Thanks. Alrighty, where's the toolbox? This the toolbox? That could be the toolbox Jack mentioned. It could indeed. Let's see what's in here. Big red wrench, big blue wrench. We need the big red wrench. This must be it. Here you go, Jack. Give it to him? Yeah, that's it. I love this wrench. Thanks, bud. Let's ask about the convertible. Is that yours? Yeah, man. That's a 65 Mustang. I love that ride. I got it used for pretty cheap off a guy who couldn't take care of her anymore. Luckily, the car's got something that keeps it running like new now. The big red wrench? You know, the red wrench is pretty awesome. But it's nothing if it's not got someone who can make it work. Me. I spend all my free time on her, fixing her up, making sure she runs better than new. And I keep her happy by taking her on long, beautiful drives on the roads outside town. What about the tar and shovel? You've got a shovel and some tar there. What do you use those for? That dude. I do a bit of construction work on the side sometimes. You know, fixing up driveways and stuff for some extra cash. Okay, that seemed a bit fishy. Detective, you're here investigating Diane's murder, right? And Chris, yes. Do you have any information that could help us? I don't know about information, man. I just know they did it. What do you mean? Chris, he killed her. Why do you say that? Everyone could see it coming. Diane. Whoa. Diane, they say she was troubled. Scared of him, even. Someone in this town should have done something. We all knew this could happen. But no one cared enough about them to bother interfering. How do you know all this? I don't know. Rumors around town, mostly. Did you know them? Not really. People here barely did. They were not the kind to come out and make friends with their new neighbors, it looks like. They still felt like outsiders to the rest of us. What were you doing last night? What was I doing last night? Yes, that's what I asked. Oh right, I drove a couple miles from here and drank a few beers while I enjoyed the view. At night? Yeah, the stars, man. You see? Was there anyone with you? Did you meet anyone? Nah, man. There's nothing like the pleasure of your own company sometimes. Alright, thanks for your help, Jack. We shall be back when we have more answers. We shall be back. Of course you will. What do you mean, Jack? For your car, man. Come back when it's fixed. You get way too serious way too fast, man. Chill out. So, I don't know if he's suspect at all, but he doesn't have an alibi. Ooh, convertible. Oh, what a beauty. Wonder if it's Jack's. Yes, it is. We've already established that. Okay, that's all that's here. Can I get in it now? Okay. Hey, you're standing up now. Hey. Hi. You sure you're okay? Yeah, I'm fine, surprisingly. I'm really sorry about the crash. I don't know what... It's alright, especially since we're okay. Something else worries me, though. What's that? What happened back there? How'd we hit that tree? Should we tell her we're seeing things? I think we should. She seems like if there's gonna be anyone in this game who's gonna be reliable, I think we should tell her. I thought I saw something. What did you see? A person. I thought I saw a person. That's kind of creepy. Yeah, it kind of was. Yeah. But are you okay otherwise? I mean, don't know you, so I don't know if this is a regular thing. No offense. No, it's okay. I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean, you collapsed back there at the crime scene, too. And then this. Yeah, I don't know. Been a little dizzy all day. Maybe I just need a nap. Seeing this kind of stuff kind of bums me out. I'm just saying, if there's anything wrong, you can talk to me about it. Don't hesitate. I won't. We're gonna trust her. Detective? Yes, Jack? Look at you, you beautiful, scruffy man. With very long legs. I'm gonna drive to the next town for some spare parts. Want me to drop you to the hotel or something? I'd like to take a walk around town first, actually. I called at the station from Jack's phone. Car's on the way. They'll drop us off at the market street and your luggage at the hotel. You take care now, dude. Until we meet again. That was fun. Goodbye, car. Here we are, the famous Pineview Market. I'm kidding. Not much to see here, really. Let's see if we can talk to some of the locals here. Alright, it's very busy at this time of day, but there should be a few people out here. If you get tired and feel like heading to the hotel, let me know. We could come back here and talk to them another day. Sounds good. Okay, I'm going to leave this episode here, because that's about halfway through what the demo should be. Hello, car. But I am very intrigued, and I don't know how much story the actual demo goes into. I assume it doesn't flesh out the entire story, otherwise there wouldn't be anything for the game, unless it's a different storyline for the full game. I really hope the full game gets released, because it's really cool. The writing is really good. Or, well, some of the different personality talk is a little weird to get, but I think that's just more because you're just reading it from a screen. You're not hearing them say it. But I like it. The colors are gorgeous. The atmosphere is great. I love music. I love it when a game has good music. It's so good. And the ambient sounds are really good. Did I just say ambient? Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me for, what's this called? Rainswept. Rainswept. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot it. I've been wanting to call it River Dance all day. I don't know why. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me. I love you all. Stay amazing, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Look at my funny run. Look at me. I look like someone from Despicable Me.